So in the past, I've been testing out a few USB Type-C hubs. Ones like this one here that have HDMI out, Type-C to HDMI out. And then other ones like this one, for example, that give you 3 USB 3 ports and you can charge at the same time. But I'm looking now for a hub, and I have been, for one that combines all of this in just one hub, so I can have the laptop or my tablet charging at the same time, but also have USB ports. Now this here that I have picked up from Amazon is the Havit powered USB-C hub. And this one here has 3 USB 3 ports, a SD card slot, and HDMI out. And of course Type-C in at the same time for charging. So you can have all of those ports, power external hard drives, and display out just from the one Type-C port, which is essentially what I've been looking for. So I'm going to test out this hub, and hopefully this is the one I've been looking for that's going to allow me to be able to do all of that. So there's the box there, the outline of it. Just a few little details there. So USB 3 ports, up to 4K out via the HDMI port, which is good. Alright, so that actually feels really solid. That's made out of metal. It's got these 4 rubber feet on the bottom, you can see there. There's the HDMI, full-size HDMI out there. Type-C in for charging, and USB 3 port. The second USB 3 port, and the third one, along with that very handy SD card slot. Now, me using my digital camera, I'm often using these slots now, so I don't have to use an adapter. I can literally just plug my card into this. And then we see the Havit logo on the top. So let's have a look now. I'm going to test it out and see if it can power an external hard drive, a few USB flash drives I have, and most importantly, display out and charging all at the same time. So here I have my Show Me notebook. By the way, a very nice Corium notebook. I've been using it for a while. I'm very happy with that. But it does lack one most important thing for me, is additional USB ports. It's only got one USB 3 port on the right-hand side, and just the Type-C port. So I'm going to plug this in and then plug in the power to this, which is just on the side here. And straight away I can see now that it is charging, which is good. Now see if it can access my SD card here. Plug that in. And that has popped up with my computer, no problems. And I also want to test out a couple of flash drives here. And just plug in a second one. So that is working, and it's popped up in Windows, every single one of those drives. And lastly, plug in a 1 terabyte external hard drive with the last remaining USB 3 port. And yes, I can access that too. So that's good. So it's powering there. 3 devices. We've got the external hard drive and the 2 USB 2 ports, and actually the micro SD card too. So that makes it 4. Now have a look and see if the display out is going to work at the same time. Alright, so I plugged in the HDMI cable that's going to my 1440p monitor. Unfortunately, I don't have a 4K monitor at the time of recording this video review here, but it's working fine. And it is charging at the same time. You can hopefully see there the blue icon with Battery Bar Pro there showing charge. So that is charging. And I still have the 1 terabyte external hard drive connected up, my 2 flash drives, SD card slot, and I could also swap that out and put, for example, like a mouse and keyboard in there. So this has been the hub that has eluded me for some time, because I did test out a Dell Type-C hub, and I had a lot of problems with display out. I could not get display out to work at the same time while charging, while accessing and using those USB 3 ports on there. But this one, I'm happy to say, looks like it's working perfectly for me so far. You can simply just unplug this and then move away from your desk, for example, with your laptop, come back and then plug that in. And it's like having a desktop. So it's really a one plug desktop solution here, because you could have your keyboard, your mouse plugged in, and all you need to do is just get to your desk, plug in the hub, and away you go. So that's the Havit USB 3.1 Type-C hub. And I'm really happy to find one that's actually working properly, because it's quite hard to find one that will offer stable HDMI output up to 4K, as well as 3 USB 3 ports and a SD card slot. So it's good it's working. One side effect I have noticed of having everything connected in, charging at the same time, is that it does get warm to the touch, but it's not like very, very hot or anything like that. It's slightly warm, but at least it does have that nice alloy build there, so it will dissipate the heat better than plastic. So overall, I'm quite pleased with it so far, and if I do run into any issues or anything, I'll post another video update on this. But thank you so much for watching this quick review, and hopefully I will see you back in the channel soon.